ski, and I mean there's whoa.
Hot diggity dang, Gavv can't fucking miss. I love the way this episode really combined both Hanto's and Amane / Shoma's job, with Shoma specifically pretty much bringing in two sisters that he pretty much eardropped, hearing their conversation, or at least way more of an argument, where the youngest sister pretty much is texting someone and she fell in love with him, and he appears to be Hanto, because he's not Hanto. So, and they decided to go on a date, and pretty much they quote unquote made the youngest sister actually convince herself that, hey, you shouldn't go on the date, and Hanto actually went there to actually meet the person that stole his identity. But the problem is, the youngest sister was smitten by the boy's charm, and she ran away anyway to meet him. That boy turned to be a granute that made himself look like a young child, and then he froze her. Luckily, Shoma, after hearing that Hanto is not really doing anything and the youngest sister isn't answering to her phone, decided to go ahead and try to find her. And luckily, he doesn't really find her, but he finds the granute that froze her and Lango. I just love that part of the episode. Again, as I stated in the intro of the video, these two, like having this episode's story be the combination of both Hanto and Shoma's like quote unquote side jobs was really great. How much, yeah, it started like last episode, it started to feel like it's not going to be a rare occurrence, which is cool. And the side plot revolving around a granute making himself look like a kid raising some girl just to capture her was like really neat, because like last episode was all about like a granute pretty much going to pretty much trying to meet with kids and give them candy and then freezing them. Now it's like a granute that makes himself look like a kid to just appear pretty much to appear innocent. It's like, oh, I'm just a kid. But also it's kind of funny, like when the kid is opening his mouth, it's like, he's probably going to sound like a kid. No, that's a middle-aged Japanese man voicing over him, and it's genuinely funny. I don't know why. And having Lango arriving and just walking around the humans was like really cool. Like literally, he walked past Amane and she got chills. Like this dude is fucking ice cold. I don't know, that's great. And him fully futuring endeavoring both Shita and Jeep was kind of showing that, hey, like he's a businessman first and foremost, and his company and his endeavor of making money and gaining more power is more important to him than family. He would shun the family if he needs to. He wants to actually do something and gain more power. And to be completely honest, it was kind of honorable for him to actually take over their spots. It's like, you know what, I'm the CEO of the company, but I would step down and actually also be among the people. But also he does actually like pretty much sends them off to marry some rich granutes, which is like, oh, that's the thing that really going to drive those two to maybe turn on him and pretty much join Shoma until they get the opportunity to actually return to the factory and, you know, stab Shoma in the back. Because I'm sorry, I don't want those two to get redeemed, because let's not forget, they made fun of Shoma's mom being dead. Those are not people that should be aspired to be good. I'm sorry, but also I don't see them actually fully turning to good guys. Please don't do that. Some characters Shomas just need to stay bad, aka Daichi from Kids. Let's not talk about him. While I love Lango and Shoma's conversation because it was kind of like Lango understands him way more because he is the older brother, but he hates his father. He believes that his father is just kind of driven by emotions and not his business mind. Pretty much Lango wants to shove Shoma because Shoma is kind of like pretty much the being, or I don't really know how to say it, like Shoma is pretty much the example of his dad's pretty much weakness. He created Shoma, like he was in love with a woman. He was in love with Shoma's mom, and because of that Shoma was created. Like that's so interesting. And like having Shoma saying to Lango that he's a piece of shit because he, you know, future endeavored Shita and Jeep. I'm still saying, like, to be completely honest, he's doing them way more of a favor than anything else, because if you think about it, just saying, he taught him not to actually think about nepotism. Just saying, nothing more, nothing less. While the grenade of the episode, outside of it possessing himself to looking like a kid, actually posed a threat to the two riders, which was like really great. How much he did run away from Shoma, which kind of makes sense in the grander scheme of like the power scaling of Kamen Gavv, but him actually fighting Hanto and Hanto getting his ass kicked good enough to actually have him untransform in front of Shoma. Luckily, before Hanto did transform, he actually threw the frozen youngest sister to Shoma, and he released her, and she pretty much ran away from seeing Shoma, which I still don't get. Like, I think like the Kamen Rider, aka Kamen Rider Gavv, aka Shoma, is kind of like a well-known like legend slash myth in like Gavv's universe. So it's like, like why the fuck is she scared of him? Like, you should be happy. You should still listen to him and run away. But still, I'm just saying. But I loved that was kind of like the end of the episode stinger, with pretty much like Hanto de-transforming and Shoma sees him, which I'm now fucking interested how their dynamic going to change. How much I would have milked it, maybe 2 more episodes. Just saying. Like overall, like I really fucking love that episode from beginning. It really feels like the beginning of the kind of the end of the first arc of the show, where like if you think about it, Ryder kind of does kind of like the 12 episode to like 1 to like 15 episodes arc most of the time. How much like the chart was weird about it, if I remember correctly, but like Ryder and Sentai do that a lot. Ultra is kind of different. Like it really depends on the season. Some seasons kind of like split it in half. Some seasons do like multiple arcs. Arc has a bunch of fucking arcs if you really think about it. His name is Arc, so it makes sense. I'm just saying. But yeah, I overall like fucking love this episode. This one gets an S+. Don't give a shit. So, once you found about Kamen Gavv episode 11, comment below, let me know. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please press that like button. Hey, follow me on Blue Sky. I'm trying to escape the hellscape that we call X. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hey, listen, like help your subscribe button, because he does have a goal. He does want. If you haven't subscribed yet, please help your subscribe button achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button. Thank you very much. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.